in our daily life, very often our mind is not with our body. Our mind might be caught in the past. We are drowned into our regret, our sorrow concerning the past. The past becomes a prison for you. You cannot get out. Many of us are not free from the past. We are caught by our regret and sorrow. We are not able to live our life because we are in prison. So breathing in mindfully might pull us out of the past so that we can be free to be with our body. Because when mind and body are together, you can be established in the present moment. If mind and body are not together, you are not in the present moment, in the here and the now. And life, real life, is available only in the present moment. Because the past is no longer there, and the future is not yet there. Life and all the wonders of life can be found only in the present moment. So one mindful in-breath may be enough to pull you out of the prison of the past. Bring your mind back to your body so that you can come home to the here and the now, where life is available. And you can touch the blue sky, touch the rain, touch the cloud, touch the trees, touch the songs of the bird. And the first thing you touch is your body. And the third exercise of mindful breathing proposed by the Buddha is breathing in. I'm aware of my body, of the existence of my body. It's so simple, and you don't have to strive, to fight in order to do so. And it can be very pleasant too, because breathing in can be very pleasant. When you do not have asthma, when your nose is not stuffed, and then breathing in the fresh air can be very pleasant. Breathing in, I enjoy breathing in. And breathing in, I'm aware that I have a body. So that is not hard work. And then many of us, if we are not caught in the prison of the past, and then we are caught in the prison of the future. Many of us worry about the future. We don't know what will happen to our future. So we spend our time to worry about the future. And there is fear about the future. There is anxiety, uncertainty about future. This kind of negative energy are not nourishing and healing. And most of us sacrifice the present moment for the sake of the future. Many of us are good to prepare for the future, but are not good to live the present moment. We can prepare for the future, but we are not capable of enjoying the present moment. And you are caught in the fear, in the uncertainty about the future, and the future becomes a prison. That we are not truly living our life because we do not have freedom. And we know that freedom is the foundation of true happiness. Not political freedom, but freedom vis-à-vis the past, vis-à-vis the future, with the sorrow, the regret, the complex, the fear, the anxiety. We are slaves. We are bounded by these kind of energies. We are not free. That is why joy and happiness is not possible. Happy life is not possible. So sitting is a way in order to be free. And you may like to handle your body, your breath, your mind in such a way that you can restore freedom. Because one in-breath made mindfully can pull you out from the prison of the past and the future. Just become aware that you have a body. And you smile to your body. Help you to be fully present in the here and the now so that you can live your life deeply. And then your body, when you are in touch with your body, you might get the insight. Mindfulness and concentration directed to your body. Your body becomes the object of your mindfulness, because mindfulness is always mindfulness of something. When you breathe, that's mindfulness of breathing. When you drink, mindfulness of drinking. When you walk, mindfulness of walking. When you are angry, and if you know that you are angry, mindfulness of anger. So mindfulness is always mindfulness of something. So this is mindfulness of body. Breathing in, first of all, the object of mindfulness is your in-breath. And your in-breath brings you home to your body and become mindfulness of body. And if you are very mindful of your body, you are concentrated also, because mindfulness and concentration, they go together. When you are mindful of something and very mindful of that something, you are concentrated somehow on that. Concentrated means that you only pay attention to that and not to other things. You release everything else, just retain one object. And one object, that object might be your in-breath, maybe the tea you are drinking, or maybe your body, mindfulness of body. And the Buddha gave us one whole sutra on the practice of mindfulness of body, the contemplation of the body. And when you are mindful of your body, and you are truly concentrated in your body, you may find out easily and very quickly that your body is a wonder, is a mystery. I think biologists, many of them are capable to see that our body is a wonder. It's so well organized. Biology tries to understand the body, but our understanding of the body is not enough. It's not complete yet. It's a wonder. And you possess a wonder. Your body is a wonder. Yesterday, during a conversation between Thầy and Brother David, I said that that flower that you see on your path is a wonder. It is a mystery. The presence of that tiny flower is a wonder. And you may say that that flower belongs to the kingdom of God. You cannot explain with your human mind how that flower is there. If that flower does not belong to the kingdom of God, where should it belong to? And if you, with mindfulness and concentration, you can get in touch with that flower, and you may get right away the insight that this is something that belongs to the kingdom of God. It is part of the kingdom of God. And if you can really touch that flower, you touch the kingdom in the here and the now. You don't have to die in order to touch the kingdom of God. And if the kingdom of God is available, because not only that flower belongs to the kingdom, but this plant also belongs to the kingdom. And your body also belongs to the kingdom. Do not have any complex. Your body is a wonder. It is a mystery. You cannot explain with your speculative mind. So everything that you touch in you and around you, they all belong to the kingdom of God. They are wonders. Not only the lotus flower is a wonder, but the mud that helps to produce the lotus is also a wonder. Without the lotus, there would not be, and without the mud, there would not be the lotus. So it is possible with the practice of mindfulness to get in touch with the kingdom of God every moment of your daily life. In the Buddhist tradition, we do not use the phrase the kingdom of God. We use the term Dhammakaya, the body of the cosmos. Or we use the word suchness. suchness. Suchness, tathata. It means reality as it is. The ultimate reality. Reality as it is. You cannot describe reality as it is in terms of being or non-being, good or evil, birth and death. Because these are notions. These are mental categories that are not capable of describing the ultimate. You cannot use your notions and concepts to describe God. And we have a good Dhamma body. Pháp thân, chân như pháp thân, the body of the cosmos. And sometimes we use the word nirvana. Sometimes we would use the Buddha Koti. Thực tế. The many words. We do not use the word God or kingdom of God, but they are equivalent. So the flower, the cloud, the rain, your body are expression, manifestation of the wonderful suchness, of the wonderful Dhamma body, of the wonderful Nirvana. So with Westerners, many of them belong to the Christian tradition. Using the term Kingdom of God is easier. If the Kingdom of God is available in the here and the now, and then God is available also in the here and the now. If you can touch the kingdom, you can touch God. So during walking meditation, I picked up one tiny flower and offered to Brother David. I offer him the kingdom of God. And with the energy of mindfulness, concentration, powerful enough, you can touch the kingdom of God in everything. Not only in the lotus, but in the mud. Because in the kingdom of God, there is no discrimination. And yesterday we spoke about the relationship between suffering and happiness. Suffering is a kind of mud. Happiness is a kind of lotus. And if we know how to make good use of suffering, we can produce the beautiful lotus of happiness. So everything inside of you and around you can be a manifestation, can be seen as a manifestation of the kingdom. The kingdom is available 24 hours a day. The problem is whether you are available to the kingdom. You are caught in the prison of the past, in the prison of the future, of your worries, so you cannot touch the kingdom. It's not that the kingdom is not available. It is you who are not available to the kingdom, because you do not have freedom. And the practice of mindfulness concentration helps you to get out of the prison in order to touch the kingdom. The kingdom, if the kingdom is available 24 hours a day, and God is available 24 hours a day. Now, you don't have to die in order to see God. It may be too late. You have to be very alive in order to get in touch with God. And to be alive, you should have that energy in you, energy of awareness, mindfulness, concentration. And these energies are in you. You can generate the energy of mindfulness, concentration, and insight. When you drink the tea, you can choose to drink it in mindfulness. It means that with mindfulness and concentration, when you breathe in mindfully and bring your mind home to your body, and then you are established in the here and the now, and you become fully present in the here and the now, and you become fully alive in the here and the now. Just one in-breath. No hard labor. And when you are real, fully present, and the tea you hold in your hand become also real. And drinking tea in that, you are drinking in the kingdom of God. And you can do everything in your life, in your daily life, in that way. And the kingdom of God, the ultimate truth, reality can be available to you at every moment.